Kristen Ninja here. I'm doing this a little bit earlier because, there's always like a 10-second delay when I start the video to when I actually start doing the stream. So I wonder if this will actually help it out a little bit. Um, I think it did. My volume on my Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So welcome back to Study Sessions. I'm your host, Kristen Ninja. And today we're doing higher order filters. Um, so a little something slight, not too hard. Nice little light work. It's not like it's not like anything crazy or nothing. The the what in the hold up. Uh oh, here it is. I was like, where's my work? I need to be able to see my work so I can not do the hold up, y'all. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Whew. So first thing you have to understand with higher order filters is that they start getting into things called transfer functions. And transfer functions are just long equations that nobody wants to do, but we all have to because engineering hates us and we hate it right back until it gives us something fun. But then we're right back to hating on it. So transfer functions. I'm not going to go too much into the transfer functions and stuff like that, but it's not really because I could try to explain transfer functions, but it's not really, that important per se. I could just give y'all like how to do it. And quite frankly, that's what I'm probably going to end up doing. So if you remember from the last stream I did with like filters and stuff like that, we were writing some transfer functions for the exam, and it ends up that most transfer functions, well, almost all transfer functions, I believe, are just v out over v in. But because there's op amps and stuff like that included with it, you have to take into account like a b value, and you cannot see that at all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold up a minute, y'all. Uh, uh, how do I forgot how to change this. Settings. Um, you know what? We're just gonna. Oh no, hold up. Well, let's go back to this thing. Um, I'm almost certain it just stopped sharing. So give me a second. View. Oh, there we go. Can I check the? Let me just move this all the way over to there, so I can just see my stuff live. Oh, okay, yeah. So all my mistakes are being shown live. Okay, yeah, cool. No, it's cool. I just want to make sure the thing catches up, and knows what to show and whatnot. Um, oh my gosh, almost dropped my iPad. Sneezed, almost dropped my iPad. Um, there we go. So I only have, by the way, like I always say at the beginning of the streams, do not copy my answers. I'm here to help, not to do the homework for you. If you come to the same answer, cool, but don't copy my stuff. Also, I only have permission from this one professor to show this specific homework. Any other study streams is my own personal notes, but this happens to be his work. So shout out to Dr. Hudson being super chill. Appreciate you. All right. So anyway, transfer functions. It's usually V out over VN. That's just because it has to do with like the gain of the system. But the reason the transfer function usually ends up being really ugly is because you have op amps and resistors and capacitors and stuff like that all included. So the transfer function for a second order Butterworth low pass filter with a gain of 2, you would have 2 times B, which is 1, omega C. That's the cutoff. That's the cutoff wave. No, the I think it's the wavelength. No, it's not wavelength. It's the cutoff. Just say the cutoff omega. It's the cutoff omega. All right. That's all you really need to know. It's the cutoff omega. I forgot what like the actual term is called. But you find that by doing 2 pi multiplied by the frequency. So our frequency FC is 15 kilohertz. So 2 pi times 15 kilohertz gives you 30 pi kilohertz, which is actually 9427.7. So 94,247.7. That's divided by S squared plus the A of a second order Butterworth filter, just because I've done this like 1,000 times, is 1.414214. That's multiplied by the cutoff wavelength 94. Yeah, 94,247 times S plus 1 times 94,247 squared. Um, so yeah, just doing some quick maths. Not shout out to Big Shaq, to square that. That gives me 2 times this. So it gives you 188,495.559 over S squared, which is it's a J. I think it's a J omega term. I think it's a J omega term. I'm not solving for it though. Um, then 1.414214 times that same frequency. That gives us 133,286.5294 S plus 888,264,3961. And that is the answer for the first question. Now, the second question asks, what is R1 of the VCVS implementation? So the VCVS voltage control, that stands for voltage controlled voltage source, or the Sallen key concept. Um, yeah, so to find R1, let me do this in this color right here. So to find R1, you need A times, you need AC2 plus the square root of A squared plus 4B K minus 1 C2 squared minus 4B C1 C2 that's all bracketed together. Um, Multiplied by omega C, and then that is all over, or that's under 2. Um, so let me give myself some space here. Then also grab a tissue because this is gonna get messy really, really fast. So I'll be right back. Uh, okay. Um, so also I made a huge mistake during the exam. I highly regret it right now. I learned my lesson a little bit too late. Okay, so in order to get C2 and C1, I'm actually going to need a lot more space than this right here. So to get first off to find C2, so we're going to do these in different colors. So first off, C2 is found as 10 over the cutoff frequency. And that's in microfarads. Now it's very important that you don't make the same stupid mistake that I made, like an idiot. Remember, it's microfarads. So whatever you get, go ahead and convert that to microfarads before you even get started. Multiply that by 10 to the minus 6. Before you even get anything else started, cook that up with 10 to the minus 6. All right. All right. Look, it's going to save you trouble in the future. Don't do what I did and goof yourself up. Be smarter about it. All right. All right. See, I'm paving the way. So we got 10 over 15,000. That gives us 6.66666666667 times 10 to the negative fourth. But we got to multiply that by 10. 10. Wait, hold up. No, one times one e to the minus 6. Because the e in the calculator, like in this formation, I hope y'all can see that. In that formation, yeah, in that formation, that e is a 10. Um, so we got 6.7 or pico, 0.66 nanofarads or 667 picofarads. So this is like 667 puff. Um, C1 in most cases can actually be brought to be the same value. Um, like it has to just be uh less than or equal to the value that's found here. Most of the time C2 is less than that. So we're just going to say that C1 is also equal to 667 picofarads. But the equation to find it, if you really want to do it yourself, is a squared plus 4b times the gain minus 1 in the brackets times C2, and that's over 4 times b. All right. So if you really want to do it yourself, you can do it that way. I'm not doing it because I also want to do this in a timely manner. Um, oh my goodness, my calculator. I know I'm a little dramatic at times. Trust me, I'm aware. I am very much aware. I am so aware that I am aware. Um, Side story: I was at the gym today, and I asked the guy for a spot because I put 250 on the bar, and my arms were already kind of feeling tired. They were starting to hurt a little bit. I didn't feel 100% in my arms today because I was doing bench like 230, and I was repping that stuff out. That stuff hurt my arms, bro. I was like, man, I'm out of shape right now. But I put 250 on the bar. I asked for a spot. I was like, hey, I'm gonna just go for one real quick. Tell me why that stuff went up like lighter than the 230, bro. That stuff was easy. That was lightweight, bro. Could have probably ripped that out like two more times. So your boy just kind of built different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not him, but I'm him. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not him, but I'm him. All right, yeah, yeah, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's get back to the hard math stuff that I don't like doing. Okay, so now here's a great time to like write everything out all in a line. So I'm going to write this all in different colors because I don't want to screw this up. So I know the A value for a second order low pass filter with Butterworth is 1.414214. That's multiplied by 667 picofarads. Okay, that's one part of the bracket. That's now being added to the square root of 1.414214 squared. Okay, and then we're adding that to plus 4 times b. B in this case is 1. So I'm just gonna like shrink this down. B in this case is 1 because a Butterworth filter always has a B value of 1. K minus 1 is 1 because 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's just minus or plus 4. That's bracketed. And then this is multiplied by C squared. So let me grab this. C2 squared. C1 and C2 are the same value, but like it's important to note that it's C2 squared in case you don't do it the same way that I'm doing it. This is being subtracted by 4 times 1 times C1 times C2. And that is the end of that bracket. And then that's all being multiplied by omega C. Whew, that's a lot of math. A lot of math. Oh, and let's not forget the most important part because you easily screw yourself up right here. We're just gonna put like a 2 slash there. So now we know it's divided by 2. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this value of 1.14214 into my calculator as my C value. No, that's the A value. So 1.414214 store alpha A. Okay. So I have A there. And then C is this store to alpha C. Okay, cool. So now I have A times C, oh, A times C. So I got 9.42. So like I was doing it here, we're gonna do this all in the different colors so that way we don't get confused. 9.428 times 10 to the minus 8th, or not minus 8 to the minus 10th, my bad. Minus 10. Goodness gracious, I got freaking allergies or something. Can't stand the springtime. Bring back the winter. Bring the winter back. Unpopular opinion, bring the winter back. No questions? All right, cool. Um, so now that is being added in purple. So a squared plus 4 6.00001238. That is in brackets multiplied by C2 squared. So C2 squared. So alpha C squared. That was in a dark blue. Gives us 2.62. I'm gonna say 2.67. But that's like 4.44 times 10 to the minus 19th minus 4 times alpha C times alpha C. That gives us 1 point. Oh, hold on, let me do this in the right colors. 1.777 times 10 to the minus 18th. And then that is multiplied by 2 pi times 15,000, 94 to 47.77961. Okay, so now we can start combining some of these terms together because now they can actually start making some sense. Um, so now we have that 6.0 term times this that 6.0 term times C2 squared. That gives us this also goes all the way through to the end of the bracket. Um, that gives us 2.667 times 10 to the minus 18th minus 1.777 times 10 to the minus 18th. And that is square rooted. So this minus this is the square root of 8.88894 times 10 to the minus 19th. So second square root. That that's so that gives us a plus of 9.42809 times 10 to the minus 10th. That is now added to that 9.428 times 10 to the minus 10. Hold up. Oh, I almost forgot the brackets over here. So yeah, so we add that first. That gives us, and this is multiplied by 94 to 47.7. So add those two together, we get 1.88. Oops, colors. So it's the colors. It's the colors. Because I'm mean on the scene, mean looking clean, mean like the bean. I don't like peas. All right, then that's multiplied by 10 to the minus ninth. Then that's multiplied by that 94,247.7. That gives us 1.77715 times 10 to the minus 4. That divided by 2, or 2 divided by that. And that gives us an R1 value 11,253 ohms or 11.2 kilo ohms. So for these, there's no shortcut. Like technically there is a shortcut, but there's not really a shortcut. You gotta do the math. You gotta do the math. If you don't do the math gonna do you, and it's gonna do you dirty. I promise you, the math gonna do you dirty. Okay, what's the next part? Oh, pain. Feel like juice roll right now. I got pain in my heart. I told you 100 times. Mello made it right. Okay, so now we got to find the uh, biquad method for resistor 4. So in the biquad method, resistor 4. Oh, thank God. Oh man, I was gonna go crazy, bro. Okay, so for biquads, which is actually just easier to calculate. So this is let me do this in dark blue so that way y'all can see the difference when I scroll through them. So biquad R4 is 1 over 2 pi F cutoff times the capacitor value. Capacitor value is still the 10 over FC, so C still 10 over FC in microfarads. Remember, microfarads. I forgot about that, and I'm going to get knocked on the exam for that. But Dr. Hudson, if you watch the stream, you see I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Can I get those 4 points? No, I can't get those 4 points back. Can I get like one of them back? No. Please, I need to pass these classes. No, I'm good. I'm please. But no, I should be fine. Please. Okay, let me stop playing around. Um, so yeah, so once again, just do the 10 over 15,000. So 10 over, I forgot what the value was. That's what I'm doing it again. So then that's times 10 to the minus 6 gives you, so C equals 6. What the cheese crackers? 666. What the? I don't want that. The cheese are you doing to me, dog? 667 times 10 to the minus uh or 667 picofarads. That's what I said. 667 picofarads. Okay, and then we just do 1 over 2 pi FC times that. So R4 equals 1 over 2 pi times 15,000 hertz times 667 picofarads. So then just do that times 15,000 times 2 pi, 1 over that. R4 in this case is 15.992. We'll round up 15.92K. Professor, professor, professor. Why? Why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to us, bro? Professor, no disrespect. Why would you do this to us? Don't you know we have tests to take? No, I'm kidding. He has mercy, but not on this. Not on this homework. That's too many spaces. This is frustrating. Not because it's hard, like it's not because it's hard. It's just because it's time consuming. It's just frustrating. Um, okay, let's see. Well, VCVS. Okay, half a dB of ripple on a fourth order. Please be on the next page. Please be on the next page. Please be on this page. Please. I don't think it's on this next page. It was not on the next page. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this shouldn't be too much harder than what's on this on the actual page of the notes. So it says design or give the for a fourth order Chevy Chev low pass filter with a gain of 4 uh 0.5 decibels of ripple and a cutoff frequency of 5,000 hertz. What is R1 of stage one? So that goes back into the equation. That is so long. It'll make you want to cry. So long. So very long. Is there a chart on the chart is not on this page. I need the chart. I need the Chevy Chef chart. I need the Chevy Chef chart, bro. I can't work without it. Sending me Discord messages. Who's sending me Discord messages? Like, don't drop the iPad. Okay. Look, I know it looks like I'm rich and everything like that because I'm at college and I'm in the dorms and I be making like ribs and stuff. I'm not rich enough to buy a new iPad. All right. I ain't balling like that. I mean, like, I know I've been gassing up this surprise for my little sister, but that's for her. See, I ain't like I ain't got it like that. I got it for her like that, but I ain't got it myself like that. Let's just their formula sheet. Can I go to can I go to my ooh, you know what had the formula? You know what had the junk that I'm not gonna show y'all. I'm not getting honor coded for this junk. But that exam had them things. That exam had those charts on it. Yeah. Yeah, he done messed up now. He done gave me the chart. Yeah. Let me get that chart real quick. Yeah, boy. I'm still gonna hate doing this so much. Um, what is the equation? Golly, man. I feel like half the equation's missing from this junk, bro. Second order filters. Is it on the last one? Hmm. First order, first order. Nope, those are all first order filters. First order low pass, filter design, second order. Mm, I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to make sure I don't do this wrong, you know? I don't want to do this wrong. And then people will come at me and be like, you're an idiot, Chris. Why would you tell us to do it like that? And I'm like, I didn't know. I thought it was fine. And then, I get ridiculed online because I made a mistake. And, you know, okay, 0.626, 0.626 on this chart. This is a third order stage. 0.626 with a half decibel of ripple. That's the A value. Okay. And then 1.14, that's the B value. Okay. So for fourth order, I need 0.350. Actually, let me type this over here so I can 0.350706 a A2 0.846680 B1 1.063519 B2 is 0.356412. I don't know why these are capitalized. Like, I don't know why this capitalized them. Like, just B1. And you were just A1. Okay, cool. So now I can go back and design this thing. Yay. Yeah. Oh, I think this is like the same equation. It's just full of nonsense now. Okay. Ah ha 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 freaking cheese crackers. What did I just the cheese did I just do? So we're gonna copy that. I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, so times C2, then that's multiplied by omega C, and that's all over, or that's two over all that. Okay. So a fourth order filter is just made up of two second order filters. Um, so for stage one, our R1 value, or this is what our R1 value is. So let's get these values in there, bro. So we got a point. Oops. Let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, I'm already at maximum. Oh, okay, cool. No, that's fine. It's all good. So we got 0.350706, and then that is multiplied by what is the cutoff frequency? Cutoff frequency is 5,000 hertz, so 10 over 5,000. Like point two something. That's 0.002, and that's multiplied by. So that's 2 nanofarads. This is just a lot easier for me to remember if I just like convert it to the thing to the unit that it should be in. Um, cool. No questions so far. Awesome. Means I'm doing a good job explaining this stuff. Also, this homework isn't due until Friday, but that does not mean due Friday. You see what I mean? Like it's due for. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Funny joke. Funny joke. Um, what the cheese happened to half the dang equation? The minus 4 C9 C2. Golly, man, freaking equation over here messing up on me, about to make me screw the dang quick the whole freaking problem. I'm dealing with this stuff. Got me messed up, boy. Boy. So C1 is equal to C2. So just have that times C2. Then once again, change the color, switch the color, switch the color, hey, switch the color. Square root of 35076 squared plus 4. The B value for B1 is 1.063519. And then that gain is 2 minus 1 because we want to do it in stages. So gain of 2 minus 1 plus 1. Um, that's multiplied by C2 squared. And that's minus 4C1 times C2. That ends our brackets, and then that's multiplied by all that over 2. Um, oh, I just put 2 in. Conditions. So 5,000 times 2,500? 31, 415. Okay, so that's that whole equation. Now let's break it down. So we're gonna make A, so 0.305 or 3502. Oh my gosh, I forgot. 0.350706, right? Store that as A. B is 1.063, 1.06351 9, and then alpha C. Oh, hold up. This store as C. Okay, cool. So now we do A times C. We get big bracket 7.01412 times 10 to the minus 10th. That is then plus the square root of A squared, which gives us point or 0.12299 plus 4 times B. That two minus 1 cancels to 1, so we get just 4 times B, which is 4.254076. Hey, my favorite number, 76. Love you, 76. Um, this is a bracketed thing, and that's multiplied by, so go ahead and add these together. That gives us a single value of 4, oops, 4.3770 or 71, I guess. 4.3771. And then that's multiplied by C squared, which gives a nice value of 1.7508 times 10 on a 17th. That is on the square root bracket. And then that is subtracted from minus 4 times C time, oops. That gives us a 1.6 times 10 to the minus 17th. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So then we do this one minus this one, then do the square root. That gives us a value of 1.2281 times 10 to the minus 9th plus the 7.01412 times 10 to the minus 10th. That gives us a value there of, oops, 1.9295 times 10 to the minus ninth. And then that, ladies and gentlemen, is multiplied by 5,000 times pi. Yeah. Or 5,000 times 2 pi times 5,000 times 2 pi, which gives us 6.062 times 10 to the minus fifth. And we get R1 equals 32.9K. Oh my gosh. I hate these problems. I hate doing these problems because they just take a long like they're just tedious. They just take a while. Then it's asking what is R2 of stage one. Forgot what R2 is. So R2 is a much shorter equation, but hot cheese and crackers doesn't take a long time to get to these smaller equations. So R2, no D2, is y'all just all unsubscribe for that one. B times C1 times C2 times R1 times omega C squared. And that's one over that. So our B value was like, so actually we have our B value saved in our calculator because I was smart enough to do that. So we have B, nope, that's that. B times alpha C times C, because C1 and C2 I've declared as the same, times that value for R1 times 5,000 times 2 pi, square that, and that's the value we shoot there. That gives us 1 over 1.385. 1.385 times 10 to the minus fourth, and then do 1 over that in the calculator. Gives us an R2 value of 7218 or 7.2 kiloohms. Why are there 27 questions on this homework? Like, why are there 27 questions on this homework, bro? Why? Why? What reasoning? So it's like 9:15. I've been streaming for like 30 minutes already. Oh no, I've been streaming for 53 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I knew I wasn't going crazy. Double check the any information coming in. Yes, but I can't respond to that right now. Well, I can respond to it because like it's my job, but like let's see. Jeez, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, my back be popping. My back got an old man's back. Anyway, now we gotta go back and do our Our stage two stuff. Stage two. Uh, y'all, I might have to hit pause. I'm gonna be honest. I might have to pause the stream for a minute. But until I actually have to pause, like I'm gonna keep keep grinding. We're grinding this stuff out. Like when people say like, "Oh, I'm on the grind," this is the grind for real. Like this is really the grind. So for stage two, we're gonna have to grab these numbers again. Our A2 value is 846680. Oh, hold up. I can just hit redo this in my calculator. So our stage two value is 0.846. Oh, I almost said 846,680. Our B value is 0.356412. And our C value stay the same because it's the same frequency. It's the same, like it's going to be the same. It's the same frequency. Um, so once again, got to do our R1 equation, our nice, lovely, long R1 equation. So we have 2 over bracket A C2. Actually, I can actually do it like that because, I have it saved in my calculator's numbers. Um, plus the square root A squared plus 4B. Yeah, 4B. Oh, geez. Let me see. Um, hold on a second, y'all. Okay, cool. So don't have to actually go and do anything. Okay, cool. 4B, these should be in bracketed. That's multiplied by C squared, C2 squared. That's minus 4B, C1, C2. And then that whole thing is in bracketed. And that was omega C. Okay, cool. So once again, I don't want to do this at all anymore. I'm tired of this. Alpha A, alpha C, you get 1.69336 times 10 to the minus 9, A squared. A squared is 0.71687. 687 plus 4 times B, 1.42564 that multiplied by C squared gives us 8.57 times 10 to the minus 18th. That's still under the square root. Subtract minus 4. Well, let me do this. 4 times B times C. That gives us that minus 5.703 times 10 to the minus 18th. So then subtract that from this, gives us square roots of 2.88747 times 10 to the minus 18th. Okay, and then that gives us a value of 1.69336 times 10 to the minus 9. That we can now put with the 1.69336 times 10 to the minus 9. Add those together. These are bracketed together, and then that's multiplied by omega C. That gives us 3.3867 times 10 to the minus ninth, multiplied by omega C, which in this case is what, 5,000 hertz? So 5,000 times 2 pi. So now you just have 2 over 1.06397 times 10 to the minus 4. 1 over that gives you an R1 value of 99.4 kiloohms. So much writing. So much freaking writing. So much freaking writing. So much writing. Golly, man. I hate this so much sometimes. But then what is R2? As if that's not enough. As if that's not enough to ask us. Now he's asking us, what's R2? He's a robot from Star Wars. So uh 1 over B, C1, C2, R1 omega C squared. So 5,000 times 2 pi, square that. Got that value. Um, this times alpha C, times alpha C times B. Oh, actually, oh, and then multiply that by R1. 1 over that. This R2 stage is 75.62 kilo ohms. Golly, man. So much freaking writing, man. I'm telling you, like that actually frustrated me today. I was taking it, I had to take an exam today, and the exam had so much writing in it, I could not finish that stuff. What am I majoring in? Oh, uh electronic. I could have just said it, but like, yeah, electronic systems engineering. Um, I kind of slur my words together when I say that, so I wanted to like write it out. Um, I promise. The only thing I've been drinking is Gatorade and water. I just have like a kind of fast talking pattern, so words that have like a lot of they get slurred together. But yeah, thanks for asking. I appreciate it. It's it has its days. Definitely has its days. I feel like I feel kind of like a veteran in a way. Like, you just kind of have that 1,000 yard stare of like, oh, it's been a day. And then, see all the transfer functions and everything flying through your face, and then, you get jump scared by it. You know, that doesn't happen to y'all. It's just keep moving on, do this work. So what is the transfer function of a first order high pass filter with a gain of 5 and a FC of 10 kilohertz? So a high pass filter is a little bit different than a low pass filter. So a high pass filter has poles. Wait, no, no. A high pass filter has zeros. It's still V out over Vn, but in this case you have Ks over S plus omega C over B. Um, which gives you a transfer function where you have 5S over S plus first order high pass filter. Oh, it doesn't tell me what type it is. The B value comes from the type of the filter. Um, but yeah, so we got 10,000 times 2 pi gives us 62,831 over B. I'm not solving for S. I'm not doing it. Don't ask me. I'm not solving for it. Not today. I'm not doing it today. No. Uh, transfer function of a second order high pass Butterworth filter. So that one would be 4s squared over s squared plus 1.414214. That's over 1 because Butterworths are always have a B of 1. That's times cutoff frequency 500 times 2 pi 3141. Um, S plus 986 9604. Or 1.414214 times this gives you 4s squared over s squared plus 4444 2 4,442.88s plus 986 or 9,869,604. That's the transfer function for that. So for first order, next part of the question, oh geez. For first order, high pass filter with a gain of 2 and a FC of 1,000. Um, see, first order high pass filter with a gain of 2, FC of 1,000 hertz. What value of C would you choose? Um, so it's still, I think it's still the same equation to find C. Doesn't really change all that much. So you would just do 10 over cutoff frequency. The gain is just really there to throw you off, I'm pretty sure. Um, and that's in microfarads. So you do 10 over 1,000, you get 0.01 microfarad capacitor. That's what I would choose at least. For this one, what is the value of R1? Um, he doesn't specify whether or not this is a Butterworth or a Chebyshev, so I'm just going to call it a Butterworth. Where that way I have one for B. So R1 for this one is B over omega C times C. So that times, so that's what I get there, and then I multiply that by 2 pi times 1,000, 1 over that. R1 is 15.9K, 15.91K. I'm going to put a little note here. Man, I've been working on this for a minute. This might be a two-parter. What's up, Cyan? Yeah, I could do this as a two-parter, or I could just grind it out now. Two-parter, grind it out now, because it's not due till Friday. but tomorrow I got a lot of stuff to do. Uh, that would suck. I don't feel like doing this tomorrow or Friday. Um, so for a biquad second order filter, well, biquad second order Chevy Chef filter. Jeez, what the cheese crackers? Okay, so for a biquad second order Chevy Chef high pass filter with a gain of 4 and zero point 0.1 decibel of ripple, uh, FC is 2000. What is the value of R1? So R1 in this case is a lot neater, mhm, a lot neater than it was for the other filters. So that's a B over um, A times K, which is the gain, mega C times C. It's just it's just like that, all right? It's just like that. Trust me. It's like that, all right? So C is found with 10 over 2000, and that's in microfarads. So that's 5 nanofarads. So with 5 nanofarads of capacitance, we know we just need to get the A and B value. So A for this filter, go back to the chart. So A is 2.3723. I'm not freaking remembering this. Got me messed up. 2.372 356. A 3.3140337B. Bam. Now I don't have to remember it. So yeah, now all I got to do is just solve it pretty much. We know the gain is no, the gain is 4, so K equals 4. We know what A and B are. We know what C is, so now we're just ready to we know what omega C is because we can just do omega C is 2 pi F cut off. So that's 2000 times 2 pi omega C equals 12,566.37. So now we're ready to rock. So then we just do 3.31437 over I'm just gonna do this in the calculator. So 2.372, 2.372 356 times 4 times 12. Well, actually, I can just pull this from here. Times that times the capacitor value. 1 over that, or no, not 1 over that. 3.314037 divided by this value gives an R1 value. By the way, this value right here is like 5.962 times 10 to the minus fourth. And then this is 55 R1, I should say. R1 equals 55.558 kiloohms. Goodness, man. Find R5. R5 is just 1 over omega C times C. Which is just 1 over 12,566.37 times 5 nanofarads. This ends up being R5 equals 1 over 6.283 2 times 10 to the minus 5. And that gives an R5 value of 15.92 kiloohms. Any questions? I don't see any questions. Okay, we're just gonna take a quick break, stretch my legs. Take a quick leg stretch break. No, it's good to stretch. I'll get a little stretch going on after you work on stuff for a while. I don't know if y'all can hear those cracks, but that's my knees cracking. I'm a retired football athlete, so of course I'm gonna have my knees cracking. I should make a video like, of course, I'm an ex high school football player. Of course, my knees crack every time I stand up. I'm an ex high school football player. Of course, I crack my back on every available chair. I'm an ex high school football player. Of course, my elbows and knees hurt every time I do any basic exercise more than just lifting my arms up. Stuff like this. I should probably go get checked out by a doctor, honestly. But I'm not going to because I'm a guy. I'm an ex high school football player. Despite all the cracks and sounds that my body makes after playing football for 4 years, I'm still not going to go to the doctor and get my body checked out. That's my back cracks. It's not funny. It's funny, but it's really not funny. Um, I say it all the time. I just be telling the truth, and people think I'm joking. Let's just move on to the next problem. What is the transfer function of a second order bandpass filter with a cutoff frequency of 20 kilohertz and a quality factor of 6? So it says Q, but Q stands for quality factor, and that just tells you how narrow the band is. So the bandpass transfer function. What the cheese? Oh wait, bandpass filters only come in second orders. Yeah. So H equals what is it? Gain of the what the cheese? What the cheese? What the cheese? There's no gain on this. Well, I'm you know what? I'm gonna assume a gain of 1. You should have said something, Dr. Hudson. Yeah, this is gonna be easy. So 20 kilohertz times 2 pi s over s squared plus omega c over, well, that's 20 kilohertz, 2 pi over 6 times s plus 20 kilohertz times 2 pi squared. Should have put a gain there. Should have put a gain there. So 20,000 times 2 pi, we get 125,663 s in the top. We get s squared plus 20 20,943.95 s plus this value squared 1.579 times 10 to the 10th. So yeah, that's this one. Oh no, I noticed they did not just try to. Okay, so it says what is F lower? So you can find F lower. Oh geez. Find F lower. Um questions, no questions. You can find F lower um using this equation. So FL equals the cutoff frequency times minus 1 over 2Q plus the square root of 1 plus 1 over 4Q squared. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that in the calculator real quick. So 1 over 12 times negative 1. Then add that to the square roots of 1 plus 1 over 1 4 times 36, because 6 squared is 36. And then multiply that by what's the cutoff frequency? 20,000. So this F lower is 18,402.65 hertz, or 18.4 kilohertz. The bandwidth of this question, um, oh, it's not the cutoff frequency. That's the center frequency. That's an important note I should let y'all know. Um, What was the bandwidth equation? You can find bandwidth. Let me give myself some space though, because this stuff likes to overwrite literally every single thing I type. Like literally likes to write over stuff. Like I don't know why. Um, so you can find bandwidth with the simple equation of Q equals the center frequency over the bandwidth. So if you just do a little bit of algebra, do the center frequency divided by Q, that gives you the bandwidth. So if you do 20,000 divided by 6, gives you a bandwidth of 3.3 kilohertz, 3.333. I would much rather be doing something else right now, but I'm being a responsible student and doing my homework. The life of an engineer. Am I right? Can I get an amen in the chat? Any engineers out there? Amen in the chat? No, just me. Oh, okay. Okay, so got a biquad Butterworth band pass with a gain of 2, a quality factor of a golly, a quality factor of 20. Sheesh, that thing is a narrow band right there. Quality factor over 10 is a quality factor over 10 is a very it's very narrow. So let's find R1. Let's get it. Oh, thank heavenly heavens. Thank you, Jesus. God, thank you. Thank you, God, for whoever came up with this math that is not as atrocious as it was 45 minutes ago. Okay, so let's crack it. R1 equals B over A times K times omega C times C. C in this case is still 10 over the center frequency in the microfarads. So we got 10 over 3,000. Oops. That gives us 0. I'm not doing this. Got me messed up. 1 times e to the negative 6. 3.3 nanofarads. 3.3 repeating nanofarads. So C equals 3.3 nanofarads. Um, we know K is 2. Quality factor doesn't matter in this case. Um, A for a second order Butterworth, 1.41. You're going to remember this. You're going to remember the Butterworth second order number by the time we're done with this. 1.414214. And B, oh, freaking cheese. And then B for a Butterworth filter is always 1. So we now have R1 equals 1 over 1.414214 times 2 times 3,000 times 2 pi times 18,842. That's 849. 849. 849 times 3.3 nanofarads. Put it all on the calculator. So let's do this times two times 1.414, 214 times this, one over that, gives us our one value of 5.626. I guess I'll say 7 because it rounds up to 7. 627 kiloohms. R3 is much simpler. Give myself space to write. R3 equals B over omega C times C, which is just that 18,849 times 3.3 nanofarads, 1 over that. R3 equals 15.92 K ohms. Uh, man, I'm actually almost done with this. Like it really has taken the whole stream to get here, but like we really on here. Like we really grinded. I feel like, excuse me, UMG or D the UMG, the music group, but all white Gucci suit. I'm feeling righteous. I just got the whole stream copyright claimed, and I don't care. I do not care. Y'all can take the money. Nobody's gonna watch this anyway. It's a study session. Only people gonna watch this are the people who are struggling with class, who haven't showed up, a combination of both, or the people genuinely interested in electrical engineering or electronics engineering that aren't in college. So all 13 people out there, UMG, y'all can take the money. Oh man, I should stop playing around. I really should. Okay, so we're going to a band reject or also a band stop filter. Um, so the transfer function of a band stop filter or band reject. Let me find it real quick. Say and I run away. Band reject, band stop, not filter A. The transfer function is okay. Hear me out. This is gonna sound crazy. Hear me out. Look, don't give me that look right yet. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Now I know I'm an A&M student. Pay no attention to the color of the pen. I'm no, actually I can't do this, bro. If I do this, like I'm gonna lose points just for having that on my paper. I can't even do it. Actually, let me find some freaking maroon. So the transfer function for this is A S squared. A, by the way, is a constant. Like it's something you solve for A, but it makes everything so much nicer. Omega C squared. Then S squared plus omega C over Q S plus omega C squared. Um, why? Could have just could have just let me be happy today. You could have just let me be happy today. But no, no. So we're going to go ahead and solve for A, just because it's important to know how to do it in case I have to do this on another exam. So A is 1 over Q times the square root of all lot of baloney. Oops. Okay. Hold it. Okay, we're good. It's the square root of a lot of baloney. So that's B over 2 times 1 plus 4BQ squared plus square root of 1 plus 4BQ squared minus 2AQ squared. So much baloney. I tell you now, it's so much baloney. But hey, we're giving Q though, so it's not that bad. I'm gonna assume a Butterworth again. Okay, so that means we have let's work inside out. Second order. Say it with me now. Y'all should know it by now. Say it with me. The second order Butterworth filter number is 1.414214. Multiply that by our Q factor of 8. Multiply that by 2. Square that. And then we have 1 plus 4 times 1 times 64, because 8 squared is 64. Then we're going to square that. Then subtract that from this value, square root 256.4995. Then we have 1 plus 4 times 64 plus this. Then B is 1, so 1/2 times that. Square root that. And then 1 over 8 times this. Okay, cool. So our A value, after all that long math, actually it wasn't that long. It wasn't too bad actually. I may have overreacted just a little bit, just a small kind of tiny bit, just a smidge. I am known to be dramatic at times. 2.0029 times s squared. I'm not solving. Don't ask me to solve for that. I'm not solving for s. I'm not. I did it when I was in 350. I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it again. Got me messed. Who do they think I am? A mathematician? No, I'm an engineer. Call my mathematician for to solve this thing for me, bro. I'm solving that jump. So 6,000 times 2 pi. So that, and then I got to square that. Oh, that's a nice number. 142. Well, 1,421,223,034. And then that is all divided by s squared plus this omega c divided by 8. So 4,712, 4,712.39 s plus that same omega c squared value. So 1,421,223,034. Wow. Isn't that a beautiful transfer function? Yeah, I agree with you. It's not. It's it's not. But at least the math wasn't intense. Okay, and then now we got to find F upper. Do not play me like this. Don't start with me. Don't start with me, all right? Look, I've been kind, I've been patient. Don't start playing with my buttons now, iPad. All right? All right, glad we understand each other. All right. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta talk to the technology. Sometimes you just gotta tell it like, stop playing with me. Don't play the games you don't want, don't play games you don't want finished. You know? Just don't. It's not good for your game health. Just pop cheese out of my knee. So for F upper, I can't leave it as FU because of obvious reasons. The center frequency with the cheese. The center frequency. Let me see what's going on over here. Lab is the lab report good? But man, if I have to write a lab report after this, I'm gonna be a little ticked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little ticked, a little irritated, a little frustrated, a little bit kind of. Oh, sorry, upset at some people. So F upper, F center over one times one over two Q plus square root of one plus one over four Q squared. Looks very similar to one we did last time. It should because it's literally the same distance except higher. So 1/16 because it's a Q of 8. Yeah, 1/16. Um, hold up. Oh no, I'm good. Yeah. So 1/16, and then you do that plus square root of 1 plus 1/4 times 8 is 32. Glad I know my basic math. Oh, but that's squared, so actually I should just do 4 times 64. I don't know what 4 times 64 is off the top of my head. That's 1 plus the square root of that. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Then multiply that by the cutoff, the center frequency, which is 6,000, so times 6,000. And that gives us a F upper of 63386.7 hertz. Bandwidth, once again, bandwidth is, well, let me give myself some space here because I gotta have some space. Bandwidth is Q equals F center over bandwidth. So then you just rearrange it. So you have F center over Q equals the bandwidth. So 6,000 over 8 is 750 hertz. So now this is getting into sampling theory. So this is asking what is the minimum number of samples of frequency to reconstruct it. So one thing that we learned in class, now that I can actually like kind of go back to this because it's not really notes dependent anymore. This is basically all the stuff that I've learned from my like learn sitting in the classroom and everything like that. So you need at least two samples per cycle to reconstruct the frequency. So you need so two samples per cycle or two F. What are alias frequencies? So what are what are alias what are the alias frequencies at 1000 hertz n equals 3 and the sample rate fs is the cheese. Okay, I'm going back to my notes because like I can't really remember all this stuff right now. Brain's getting a little tired. 8000 hertz sample rate. Um, higher than fn into what what? What is it? Okay, so fn equals 100 hertz, fs equals 200, n equals 1, f 1000. Okay, okay, I get it, I get it. I was having trouble understanding what the question was asking. So we have n equals 3. That gives us a frequency, an f s frequency of 24,000 hertz. So 24,000 plus or minus 1,000 gives us a alias frequency. So f alias of 23,000 hertz and 25,000 hertz. Yeah, so that works. How many steps are an 18-bit converter? Um, 2 to the n steps. So for an 18-bit ADD converter, you just do 2 to the 18. If you go back like a week and if you go back like 3 weeks, I did a whole thing on binary. So this is where it would come in. So there's 262,144 steps. Get the voltage range. voltage range is 10 volts to minus 10 volts was the quantization step size for a 24-bit A to D converter. So the quantization, oh my goodness, I almost keep dropping my iPad and it terrifies me every time it like starts to fall. Um, so you just do the to find the quantization, you just have a value E. So like we have a oh 262 144. Um, quantization you have E equals the voltage divided by 2 to the n. That's the step size. So 2 to the 24th. Oh, shoot. Oh, goodness. 2 to the 24th is a really big number. And then you just do the change in voltage, which is 20 volts. Because it's 10 minus 10. So 20 volts divided by that. And the step size is 1.192 microvolts. Okay, what is the quantization signal to noise ratio of a 24-bit A to D converter? Um, mhm. So we just do square root of 12? I think this is square root of 12. So for this, we just do the sample to noise ratio, which is 20 log 2 to the n square root of 12, and that gives it to us in dB. So 20 log uh 2 to the n times square root of 12. Oops, snap. Square root of 12. That gives us a 22.83 decibels signal to noise ratio. Dynamic range is just 20 log of 2 to the. Hey, hold up. Bro, what? I could have sworn I put 2 to the 24. 24 square root of 12. I knew that seemed high. I knew that seemed like a little bit too high or too low, I guess. Signal to noise ratio, my bad, y'all. It's 155.286 decibels. The dynamic range is 20 log 2 to the n. So, just 20 log 2 to 24. That gives us 144.498. I need to rewrite that because I was like way too sloppy. 144.494 decibels. You could also do it with like 6.02 times n. So 6.02 times 24. that gives us about the same answer. And that is all the homework questions. Yay! Homework is finished. Holy mackerel. That took a long time. Most of it was just transfer functions and figuring that stuff out. But yeah, so that's the homework completed. Uh, just going back through showing y'all everything, all the steps that it took. Yeah, you see all that. I'm looking over to the right, the left because my my TV is my second screen right now. But yeah, so that's how you do all the work. If you miss something, go back and watch it over again. I think I did it right. I could have done it wrong. Like I said, don't copy my answers because I'm just a dude doing this to motivate myself to finish my homework before the due date. But with that being said, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video in the stream. If you liked it or if you learned something, strike that like button like a ninja really would. And I'll see all you guys in the next one. All right. I'm gonna give it like a couple seconds to, catch up. All right, peace out. But yeah, I'm gonna give it like a couple seconds to catch up and everything. Uh, it's just